Welcome to the 2021 Manchester Film Festival here online with Filmocracy in our little festival village. We're delighted to be joined all the way from Italy by Domenico Zazzara and Emiliano Galigani,
yes.
Producer. Emiliano, the producer, and Domenico, the director of the film Paperman. There's a slight clue behind them that that's the film they're with.
Well, the film is an engaging story, I hope, for everyone, about an artist, an UK-based artist that sculpts incredible, gigantic sculptures in cardboard, and that is invited to a giant event in Italy to do a huge outdoor sculpture, monumental sculpture in cardboard. And this is a challenge he has to face because it's the first time that he goes out of England.
Yes, it's the story of James Lake, the artist who lose his right leg at 17 for a bone cancer. And he starts to work with cardboard as a way to get out from depression and from the consequences of his problem. And but we believe is not a story about a disabled artist, but is a story about an artist and the challenge of doing this big cardboard sculpture in Italy. So we follow him in the travel from UK to Italy to follow the construction, the building of the sculpture.
And how did you find out about in the project?
Emiliano.
Well, it is a strange thing because we just bumped into how this unknown artist from England, unknown for us, was sculpting cardboard. And as we are interested into how cardboard is used in paper, we decided to meet him because by chance I was in London that time, attending at a congress in London in March, I guess, 2018. So we met the guy, James Lake, and there was this extraordinary man with a lot to say, a lot of a great skill, mastering really his skill, but also a lot to say, a lot to tell. And there was immediately, to me, it was clear that there was a narrative, there was a story, there was a character. So I immediately came back to Italy and I phoned to my fellow friend Domenico, and I told him, listen, we have something here, and you have to start discovering what's happening.
Yeah.
And in terms of that narrative, obviously with documentary, and especially with a documentary about just building an art piece, you kind of have an idea of what the story's going to be. How did you go about, I suppose, crafting that story, having that narrative thread throughout it?
We started with the curiosity about, if I well understood the question, we started with the curiosity of knowing the world of James Lake and his philosophy about the cardboard, because it's very interesting what he thinks about working with cardboard. He says that working with cardboard is a big opportunity because cardboard is no inherent value, and so all the value of the cardboard is the value that artist gives to the work, to the sculpture. So we started with the curiosity of discover the world of James Lake, and then with the what could be happen when James, that is a very humble man, and his way of work is very domestic. I don't know. It's very. He works in his garage, in his house.
Sometimes he underestimates his potential.
Also, he's an extraordinary artist, but he as a very, very low profile behavior. So the curiosity was what could be happen when James will find himself in a situation of international sharing environment with all other artists, with a big challenge to overcome. And so it was this way of was this kind of question that starts the work. So we went in England to tell about his world, his domestic, his comfort zone,
yeah,
and trying to understand what will happen when he leaves his comfort zone.
Fantastic. I think that is a really great taster for the film. I think it makes. I think you've explained it really well in how the film sort of portrays his work and the journey he goes on, and it's an absolutely beautiful film. And I know there's a lot of excitement for people to watch it later this evening. You guys are going to be back for a Q&A with Jules. So much for us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.